let me returning back to also Brooks real quick. Does she get any slack in your view? One of the other defenses I had heard for her, it's tougher for Black politicians to say no to Israel, to call out Israel. It's tougher for them.
Why?
Because they'll be called anti-Semitic.
Everyone gets called anti-Semitic. I don't view the difference. I think if anything, it's easier for, in my mind, for Black people, maybe because I am Black, but it's easier for us to stand up and talk about the genocide going on because we even have civil rights leaders in history that we can point to say, I'm doing this because the people before me were against this. And
I've heard the argument that it's worse if a Black leader doesn't speak out against Israel because of the history of oppression and persecution that Blacks have faced in this country, which is similar to, although, obviously much longer, but similar in many ways to what the Palestinians are now experiencing. Obviously, there are differences as well. But the argument is, well, hey, we should know better because we're members of a minority in this country that have been victimized, just like the Palestinians. So we should know better. Now, I make that argument about Jews. I say, hey, Jews, all we do is talk about all the times that we've been threatened with genocide and we were slaves in Egypt. The Persians, Haman wanted to kill us all. They were going to slay the fur, whatever, all of this. So and we were in Germany, there was a Holocaust. So given that, we should be more sympathetic to the Palestinians. I understand that argument. But I'm like, I don't know. Either you're on the right side or the wrong side. In the end, you have the obligation morally to do what's right.
That's it.
Whoever you are.
I do not believe it is a thing of like, it's harder for, but okay. Do I think that you are probably more quickly to be labeled anti-Semitic if you're Black than if you're white? Probably, just because of how our society is racially. Do I think that there's also a lot of cover for Black people who are anti Israel? Yes, because of our civil rights history, because of the people who you can call on. You can call on Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, all the civil rights heroes to be like, hey, they stood against this apartheid state because of what we've experienced and because of my culture history.